The cool thing about having your own podcast, you can pretty much do it anywhere. I'm at work, in my car, on my lunch. Episode 2, just for you, my childhood. Mars, hit it.
I spent a whole weekday putting in work. Then I spent the weekend trying to perfect the craft. Ain't no room for weak men who get their feelings all hurt. God has given me the gift so I can go and give it back. Man, I set it off in 2019. I'm checking the stats. I'm daily building up my catalog and keeping it facts. I got my people pressing me, checking my status. Hey, yo, that song, God, we making hits.
Alright, I know I started this last year and I lagged it so much. I put too much on my plate and I couldn't keep up with all the things that I was doing. But 2023, kind of take it slow and ease into everything that I want to do. So here we go. Episode 2, my childhood. Probably just gonna start from when I was, maybe 3 years old all the way to like 10, and then I'll get a further different episodes. But my upbringing, my childhood. How was David Jasso when he was a kid? Man, I was bad. I was a badass kid, fool. I'm not gonna lie. I was a pinchy maniac. I was like one of those silver teeth kids without having the silver teeth. As my sisters, bro, I didn't like being babysit or anything. I used to chase my sisters around with a freaking knife, scissors, anything sharp. I chased them around. When I was left alone with them, I didn't like being, I didn't like being alone without my mom around. I don't know. It's just the way I was, I guess. I don't know. And I also grew up a no sabo kid. Man, I didn't know Spanish for shit, homie. Blame my moms. All she did was ever speak English to me. I remember trying to speak to my grandparents, living over there with them. Couldn't communicate. I remember one time when I was sick, and I kept telling my grandma I wanted medicine. But I kept telling her, "Amá, estoy seco." Yo estoy seco. She didn't understand what the fuck I was saying. Kind of think about it like, what the fuck was I saying? No sabo, cut. I grew up in 3 different places, man. 3 different cities kind of raised me and who I am today. Starting off in South Central, grew up in Watts, for a good part of a good chunk of my life. But we moved around a lot. Also La Habra, the city of La Habra in Orange County, and Corona, where I met a lot of cool friends out there. So 3 different cities they made me, but I got a lot of South Central in me. And La Habra, those mixed together kind of made me who I am. Met my homie Daniel, my longtime friend in La Habra, and Watts just made me tough, homie. Watts just made me tough. But yeah, for the most part, I live with my grandparents in a house that they owned for years. Grew up in there. Fucking too many people. 3 bedrooms. I fucking slept on the couch, slept on the floor, the living room, wherever. But as long as I had a roof over my head, that's where I was. Man, my dad, fuck that puto. He was in and out. He was in and out of my life, so I kind of grew up without my dad. And my mom did what she can. She made me tough, bro. She made me tough. But all the guy shit, to be a boy, to grow up to be a boy, a man, a kid, whatever, kind of learned that on my own. How to learn how to pee on my own, standing up and shit like that. It was, I don't want to say it was a tough childhood, but families go through shit, and seen a lot of things growing up when my dad was around. In a sense, domestic violence type shit, bro. See my dad hit my mom a lot, dog, and as a kid, like you're helpless. You don't know what to do. You can't help really. But my mom was tough, dog. She didn't let herself. She fucking beat the fuck out of my dad. But just seeing that shit kind of, I don't want to say traumatized me, but it made me not want to be that way growing up, I guess you could say. There's a story that my mom told me. She busted my dad's jaw. I was like, that's right, thug life. Don't let yourself ever, ladies, don't let yourself ever fuck these motherfuckers up. Fuck these putos that put their hands on women. But anyways, my childhood. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I grew up a no sabo kid. Fucking bad dog. Fucking badass kid. Um, I remember, I remember one time while I was building a fort. You know, you get those plastic tables that got four legs, and I used to put a blanket over it, and I used to sleep in there like kind of my castle. And I remember I did it one day, and my sister Donna, she kept messing with me, and I don't know, I was in those moods where I don't want to be messed with, just wanted to be in my zone, and she kept going in, and it was making me mad. I kept telling her, stop going in it, stop going in it, and she didn't listen. And she went in it for like the last time, bro. I remember I bit the fuck out of her ass, bro. Rawr, like a fucking pit bull, like lockjaw on her fucking ass cheek. And I don't know what went through my mind to do it or whatever, man. But oh man, I think I took a chunk out of her fucking skin, and she went crying to my mom. And man, no fucking bullshitting, dog. My mom sat me on the counter and just started bah, 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 slapping the fuck out of me, busting my lip and everything. I was bleeding, fool. It kind of looked like a forensic file scene, fool. No lie, dog. Uh, that taught me a lesson to never bite again, fool. I never fucking bit anything ever since. But my mom was smart, fool. She didn't send me to school for like a week till I recovered, because she knew if she sent me, social services gonna get involved. That shit was crazy, dog. It taught me not to fucking bite. And then I think it still traumatizes my sister to this day. And she probably still got the mark. I don't know. I gotta check. And there was also another time, fool. I was like, I think I was 5. Went to a grocery store, and they don't have it. They don't have it now, but back then, they had like the candy out in the open. You could just pick and bag yourself and all that shit. And at the time, I thought it was free, so I grabbed a whole bunch and put it in my pocket, right? And as we're walking out, otra vez, my sister Donna, her little snitching ass, goes to my mom and said, Mom, David stole some candy. Man, my mom got so hot. She got so heated. And she's like, where's the candy? And I took it out of my pocket. I was like, right here. Excuse me. And she was like, Mom, man, my kid ain't gonna be no thief. So she taught me a lesson there too. She called security. She looked at the guard and like, hey, you, come here. You, yeah, fool. The one with the handcuffs and the pepper spray. Ven. Put him in handcuffs. I want my son arrested. And I was looking at her like, what? What do you mean? She's like, no, you're gonna learn your lesson today. You're not gonna be like your dad. I swear to God, you're not gonna be like your dad. So this motherfucker, like my mom, pretty much like, hey, better fucking arrest him. I'm gonna call your supervisor. The motherfucker put me in handcuffs. 5 years old, fool. Fucking 5 years old, dog. And I'm crying. What? What's going on? I'm sorry. Man, he had a little security card and everything, dog. He put me in there. And I'm just crying. I'm fucking crying my ass off, bro. And she's telling him, don't let him out until I come back. I think she went to go get her nails done and shit or whatever. And this motherfucker like guarding the car like he's doing something. Like, motherfucker, I'm 5, dog. Let me out. Let me out, fool. Let me out. She came back. I think it was like an hour, fool. She came back and she was like, you ever gonna steal again? And I was one of those kids that had that cry. Trying to catch your breath. No. Stop crying. You know that fucking cry. I think kids still do that shit today, and that frustrates parents. Stop crying. I'm trying. Stop crying. Or you're gonna go back. So you try to hold it in. You ever gonna steal candy again? No. Fool. Let me tell you, dog. Halloween for the next 4 years were fucked up for me, dog. Andale, go get your free candy. Go. Look, motherfucker. I didn't spend all this money at the Goodwill to get you a fucking costume. Go get your candy. Okay. Trick or treat. Man, my mom, hey, when I said my mom traumatized me, every time she raised her hand, I'm flinching, dog. Every fucking time, no matter what. Give me a hug. I just want to hug pendejo. Okay. Told you, fools. Fucking life lessons, dog. Fucking life lessons. Did I ever steal again? Nah, fool. I never stole again in my life. The only thing I stole was women's hearts, fool. Este way, watch out. Nah, fool. But hey, dog. Like I said. And then the babysitting part, fool. I didn't like being left alone with babysitters, fool. I forgot the lady's name, but we were living in the harbor, and every time my mom was gone, some lady used to come babysit us, and she never did nothing. She was a fucking sweet lady, minding her own business, getting her money, but it's just being told what to do. I didn't like that shit, dog. I didn't like go to sleep. I didn't like go take a shower. I didn't like that shit, fool. I didn't like cleaning up. I didn't like fucking pick up your mess. I didn't like none of that shit, fool. So I used to chase this fucking lady around, that man, fool, with a knife. Like, dog, I don't even know. I could have stabbed somebody when I was little. Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy, dog. My sisters will fucking vouch for you. Vouch for me. But every time my mom got home, I was like the sweetest thing. I was a little angel. I was like, how was the babysitter? Oh, she was cool. Anything happened? No. Straight. Nothing, dog. And that lady, I think she quit like a couple days later, dog. We couldn't keep a babysitter because of me, fool. That's how bad I fucking was. I got my sweater on, but I got a Chucky tattoo right here. And it's just, that's my favorite villain, fool. I like a little Chucky, dog. I fucking bite, stab. I don't give a fuck. That's shit, bro. I don't know. I don't even know why I was like that, dog. And then, I pretty much did whatever the fuck I wanted, fool. I remember another time when I was in elementary. I think I was maybe 6, 7 years old, and we were in the playground, and I'm over there running around and playing and shit. And I had a pee, fool. I had a pee, and I remember my mom telling me one day, don't hold it in because it's bad for you. And I just always, she used to tell me this is why boys have a pee pee, because you just whip it out and go anywhere. And I took that shit to the heart, fool. So I'm right there. I had a pee, dog, and the fucking restroom was way over there, and I couldn't hold it in. So I just whipped that shit and started peeing in the playground, fool, on some fence. And the little fucking girls, little bitches go running around. Teacher, Davis peeing. Fool, let me tell you, the motherfucker grabbed me, dog. Fucking grabbed me by the arm and just fucking yanked me to the principal office. Fool, that shit got me hot. He looked at it, stabbed the motherfucker either. So I'm in the office, not even crying, fool. I'm just waiting for my mom to come. And my mom comes and they're explaining what happened. She said, why would you do it? And I said, why? She told me about where I gotta go when the restrooms are too far. And no matter how fucked up the situation was, my mom always backed me up. Because I told her, but he grabbed me. The teacher grabbed me. She said, my mom was like, what? Who grabbed you? Man, she fucking went off on the principal like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care how... I don't care who the fuck you guys are. Don't be grabbing my son and this and that. And fucking talking about you shouldn't be having your restroom so far. As long as he didn't pee on himself, he did what he had to do, and fucking left. She took me out and everyone went back to that school. That's how my mom was, dog. My mom didn't like nobody yelling at me, dog. Only she could yell at me. Only she could put her hands on me. Dude, she put me in karate, dog. And the motherfucker started yelling at me. I'm fucking a kid learning how to punch, how to kick and all that shit. And she put me out of karate just because the fucking instructor was yelling at me. Nobody yells at my kid. Vámonos. So I never learned how to fucking do karate, dog. I fucking had to learn how to fight on the streets, dog. Like I said, South Central, fool. Anyways, I don't make this too long, dog, but I appreciate y'all watching. I'm here trying to do different shit, but like I said, I was a badass kid, dog. I was no sabo kid. I probably still am today. I know enough to get by conversations, pero todavía no sabo, cuz. You guys want to know what kind of type of kid I was? I was a badass kid. I bit my sister. I almost stabbed him. I chased out a fucking babysitter. I peed in school. Dog, there's more stories to go, but I don't want to make my podcast too long because y'all stop watching. But keep on watching. Episode 3 is going to come up, pretty soon. Next week as well. It's going to be from pretty much my teenage years. Went from kid to teenage years. More stories there. But I appreciate y'all watching. Continue watching. Thank you all for all your support. I'm going to let Mars close me out. episode 2, my childhood. Bitchy no sabo cut. Till next time. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
I spent a whole weekday putting in work. Then I spent the weekend trying to perfect the craft. Ain't no room for weak men who get their feelings all hurt. God has given me the gift so I can go and give it back. Man, I set it off in 2019. I'm checking the stats. I'm daily building up my catalog and keeping it facts. I got my people pressing me, checking my status. Yeah, yo, that song, God, we making history, yo.